Hello ladies and gents, Romie Reviews here. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for Love and Hip Hop, New York, Season 9, Episode 11. Now, this episode, there really wasn't much to it, in all honesty. But then again, we'll just get through it. Oh yeah, sidebar, I have a new ASMR video out now. So click on the link above or below. It's actually about the Grammys. I wanted to try and do something different. It's like a role play of the Grammys. With that channel, I'm trying to test and see, what works, what doesn't. Trying to see, do things that people don't do. But if that stuff is just a little too far left, then I will just stick to the more popular stuff until the channel grows. Now, this episode starts off with Juju, and Juju, she actually has an event in, Costa Rica, and so she wants to invite her girls. She wants to invite Yandy. Well, here's the thing. She's meeting up with Sin and Kimbella, which is fine. But she does remember the fact that, she's cool with Yandy. Kimbella doesn't want to hear any of that because Kimbella's happy. She is going to get married. She's finally engaged. And now it's about, okay, so what do we need to do to get Sin engaged? Then the episode goes to Joe and Sin. They're in a really good place. They've listened to what Dr. Jen did and made a lot of differences. They're having relations. They're having intercourse. Intimacy. And they're all over each other, and it's nice to see. Now, Remy and Pap, they had, for their baby shower, they actually, was it the baby shower, or was it for the birthday? I don't remember. But they had this, 50s, 60s theme, and, the women were dressed a certain way, the guys dressed a certain way, and it was really cute. We didn't see much of it, so it made me feel like, I think it was for the baby shower, that their show is coming back, and so maybe we'll see more of that on their show, because they showed us a minute piece. So I think that's what happened. Now, Juju is talking to Yandy, because remember, now she wants to invite Yandy to Costa Rica. They're going to have a great time. Great time. Alexis Sky meets up with Maggie, and I thought they were going to talk about the song, but no, they actually talked about Alexis Sky's management and how Treyway got arrested and now she's in limbo and it's just stressful being shot at, and Maggie's like, trust me, I understand. And Maggie also talks about her friend who was killed. It's just, this is just a heavy season. A heavy season. But it's a heavy time in the world. So I guess I respect the fact that the show actually represents what's really going on, but it's just heavy. Now we see Papoose with Remy. They're shooting their music video for The Golden Child. And he's also doing a sneaker line for women, specifically for moms. They invited all their friends with all their families, that includes their kids, to show unity. I love that. The guys go and have a separate conversation. So Joe with his hat and Joel's, Mano, and Papoose, they're all talking and they're going around in a circle. Joel's is trying to figure out, hey, he's already on this whole idea of, well, we don't need to get married now. We can get married when I get out. And Papoose said, I don't know who's informing you of anything, but the reality is you could have a court case and they could arraign you, take you, send you to jail right then and there. Right then and there. Because I think they said that's what happened to Remy. So get married as soon as possible. Do not wait, because if you want it to be a certain way, you need to just go for it now. So while that's going on, we have, well, what about Joe? Sin's ready. Sin deserves to have a ring on it. And they make something that we feel like is, duh. But obviously when you're in it, it's different. Joe gets this aha moment where his friends tell him, hey, she already gave you the gift of your child. So why can't you go and give her the gift of a ring and marriage and full commitment? She's already in it with you, period, because of that. And he was like, oh, Well, yeah. Well, I'm still trying to figure out a timeline. I mean, hold on. And then to Mano, Mano's like, wait, come on, one step at a time. Let's not do all that. Alexis Sky and her friend meet up with what was the man's name? Dang, I know his name. Meet up with Solo Lucci because Solo Lucci is saying that that baby is his and that it's not Fetty Wap's, and so then he goes and tells her the only reason why he's saying that is because other people are telling him that it's his baby, or saying on social media that it's his baby, and he's irritated, and she wants Alexis to go and just take a DNA test. He doesn't believe Alexis. He's like, they screwed around multiple times, so how does she really know? And then at one point, she was like, you're calling me a liar, you're calling me this and that, and I don't respect you, and, bleep off. So then he told her to bleep off, and her friend was like, hold on. Why can't you just think for a second that maybe she is telling the truth? And I was like, oh, I'm thinking, oh Lord, the immaturity. But they're going to have a DNA test. That's all they need. That's all they need. All that needed to happen was both agreeing to take the DNA test. The baby being swabbed and him being swabbed, and we can move forward. Now, Joe goes and he's at the final taping for, I guess you can say, season 1 of State of the Culture, which is back. And they have 2 new episodes because yesterday was Monday, so another episode dropped, so that makes 2. And Remy at this time was still pregnant, but Joe is talking to Remy, and Joe's trying to figure out this whole thing with Sin. It's like everything is going well, everything is better, getting better and getting back. And again, even Remy is saying, hey, what are you actually waiting for? There's always going to be something. If you're waiting for it to be perfect, then that's why it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen because this is real life. And Joe receives that, and we see his son, his firstborn, Trey. And Joe wants to talk to Trey because, it's a touchy situation where, because Joe had issues with his first baby mama, he wasn't in his son's life, as well as Joe had a lot of personal stuff going on too. So we have to take that into consideration. And because of all of that, he's building a relationship with Trey. They are in a good place now, but obviously that took work. And so now it's like there's a new baby and there's a new woman in his life, taking a lot of time and energy. And so Joe feels like, if I make that final commitment of putting the ring on it, how you feel? And Trey's like, I like Sin. Love my baby brother. Like, what's the problem? I thought this was going to happen already. And Joe looking like really nervous, and then going to, wait, what? I thought this was going to go a different way. I thought this was going to go a very different way. And, Trey's older now. I think Trey's like 17 at this point. Like I said, he has a good relationship with Sin. Doesn't feel like she's in there like taking his father away. And so everything's good. Go and propose. Like we know is going to happen. Yandy meets up with Juelz because Juelz is recording as much music as he possibly can before going to jail. Smart. That's what you're supposed to do. So while you're in jail and people are talking about you, you release the music. Now, his problem is that him and Yandy used to be really close. They're not anymore. That's just the truth. They're not anymore. And that's primarily due to the fact that Yandy has issues with his, now fiance, Kimbella. And the friendship has waned. They're at the point where they're still friendly, but that's as far as it is at this point. And it sucks because they used to be really close. He says, what do we need to do to get back there? Yandy said, I don't know, because I don't know what the true issue is. And to be completely honest, I don't either. Because sometimes I understand where Kimbella's coming from, and then other times I'm looking at her thinking, why exactly are you mad? What happened? I get it if it's something happened that we don't see, but because we didn't see that, we don't have context. And since we don't have context, it's like it didn't happen. So now Yandy is on a plane ride. They're going to Costa Rica. And Yandy, I believe, was the one who invited Safari. Safari is there, and he's telling us that he didn't go through with the Doc Johnson. That's the name of the company. The Doc Johnson deal. And he didn't do it. Actually, now I'm not sure why. I know I only said he shouldn't do it if he really was going to take music seriously, wanted to be taken seriously, but people don't take Safari seriously anyway, so that could have been a good money-making opportunity. But then again, you have to think about it. There's a lot that goes with that, because then he'd probably be at the, he'd probably have to be at all the porn stuff, functions and awards to really sell. And if that's not what he really wants to do, then I guess not. But then again, he has a social media I don't know. It's a lot of money. You know, a lot of people would have done it. Would I have done it? No. Like, obviously, no one's offering. But, because my mindset has always been very different than a lot of people's. But, oh, okay. Now they're there, and it's this whole thing of Joe is there. He's there because Sin wanted him there. And even though he could have came on his own separately anyway, but being officially part of the group just makes it easier. They were recording, so there isn't too much you can say no to while recording. And a lot of people don't know that. Mano is also there. He's also there because he's trying to be lovey-dovey with Maggie to kind of show, because when he talked to his guys, he kind of realized, okay, that wasn't the best look, getting another woman to sing a song or do a song that his girl wanted to do, and especially the subject matter of the song. They get to the hotel, and Yandy is perplexed. She's perplexed because she didn't know that Kimbella was going to be there. I think because I don't think that Juju directly told her that Kimbella was going to be there. So when they were all in the hotel lobby, she was upset, to say the least. But I said, okay, just go in your room, chill out. When we go into Joe and Sin's suite, penthouse, whatever you want to call it, it was beautiful. The colors were bright, and there was white, there was bright colors. It was very also like Caribbean / earthy. The pool right outside the bedroom. I said, Joe's in his bag right now, and I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Sid was just like, oh, this is how we live it. This feels like a honeymoon getaway situation, and I love that they are so happy. Great. Camilla comes in, and Camilla's like, what the rolling the north, like Joe was really in his bag today. I'm not mad. What? Like, can I be off into the room on the side or something? Because that alone is bigger than my... Anyway. They're talking because, again, they feel like, does Joe have any ideas? But we have to table that because Yandy talks to Maggie. And since Cambella's there, Maggie feels like she needs to go and let Yandy know, hey, just so that you're not surprised, here's what's going on. She tells her that Kimbella and Mariah Lynn, they're essentially saying that they weren't sure that you do a lot of things for clout, for social media likes and follows, and one of the clout things you do is being the foster mom to Infinity, well, as New York would say, Infinity. But Yandy was so hurt, as she should be, because it's like, wow, that's a character assassination. That is another level of bleep you. It is. And Juju doesn't know all of this, so Yandy is just kind of going off. She's not going off on Juju, but she's going off on the situation. Like, so I'm on a trip with a girl who's saying all these things, and I have to pretend to be cool? No. Like, I love you, but that's not happening. So that was part 1 of this trip. Please like, comment, subscribe. Come back next week.